All right, Gavin, let me go ahead and kind of tell the story from my perspective first.
Totally.
And then maybe you would tell it, from the beginning from your perspective.
Totally. We're just adding a couple of keynotes at the end.
Add in some keynotes at the end.
Totally.
But I'm going to try to be quick and breeze through.
Yeah.
So days before we got to the Border Patrol, we heard about Border Patrol. We'd been warned by many people. It was top of our minds, and we were actually well prepared. We had given it plenty of thought. We had the paperwork in order.
Totally.
And
a little paranoid, but we felt
paranoid.
secure.
Definitely paranoid. And, we traveled through 5 legal states: Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. At night, after we're done driving, we've enjoyed a little bit of partaking.
As we should.
As Gavin is right now. As we should. So, but we knew all that and made sure that our load was secure. And personally, for me as the driver, made sure that I hadn't been smoking. Maybe about 4 hours earlier, I had a little breakfast bowl with some coffee, but certainly clear-headed. And absolutely the entire 3.5 hours that we were on the road, windows down, airing the place out, no smoking going on, clean as a whistle. About an hour outside, we're nervous, just because we'd been warned and it was a new thing.
Right, and we've heard the stories and all the, we know the
Gavin
level of their
Gavin got
loss.
on Reddit and, he heard some stories, so.
Totally.
But, so, an hour outside of the Border Patrol station, Gavin was reminded of a viral type video that he had seen with 2 white dudes in a truck with the camera there playing some funky music. What song was that again? Funky Town. And just bobbing their head. They don't say a word. They show their ID to the fucking Border Patrol guy. And then he bobs his head and he waves him through. The video is pretty funny, and I thought we could duet that. I literally thought, in that moment, I thought this was our vibe. This is...
Yeah, if we vibe hard enough, they're going to catch on to the vibe and vibe with us. And obviously, they see our IDs. They know we're U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
We're legal.
And I wanted to flip that energy. I wanted to... we were nervous. We had apprehension.
Right.
We were paranoid.
Totally.
And I wanted to flip that and make it fun. So, and it felt good. It literally felt like... It was the right thing to do. Yeah. And so, leading up to that, we started getting the mood, playing some music.
Right. We're just vibing.
Yeah.
And honestly, neither of us at that point really had smoking for that same amount of time, because I smoked when he did. And, we were ready. We had to be sober, ready, just ready to hit whatever comes, deal with all the problems that
I was stone cold sober.
Totally.
I was stone cold sober.
Same here.
So we rolled up, the windows down, camera starts, the music hits just at the right spot, the right time.
Yeah,
we're feeling good.
Vibing.
Everything was feeling good. And
totally. Is having fun a crime?
But literally, without really any probable cause or actually even smelling anything, the windows are down. There's no smell coming.
Didn't radio into his homies. It was just straight direct. You're here.
Pulled us right over to the search area.
He's seen our Oregon IDs, because he'd already seen those at that point, and it was Oregon, these guys must smoke.
Instantly, guys come up and they say, "Can you please get out of the car?" And we're just completely abiding, not trying to say any word. They sit us down. We're surrounded instantly by 10 people in full tactical gear, guns and body armor, hats, glasses, thick chest plates, and just surrounding us. And they don't ask any questions. They just start tearing apart the car.
Totally.
And there's a super eager dog that is just looks like he's on crack, the way that he is just trying so hard to work.
Totally.
And we see stuff falling out of the van, and literally we've got $10,000 worth of glass in the car.
Totally.
And I see them going through our food bags.
They start pulling our food out of the car that were just resting in the car. I had a thing of a chicken sandwich in a little foam clamshell. They even took that out of the car. It was so extra.
I'm thinking about the chocolates that are sitting in there. And so Gavin, I'm just kind of smiling nervously at this point. I'm remain calm, don't look guilty.
Yeah, totally. I'm just singing the same, and I go to revert to singing the fucking Funky Town song, and I'm just like, bum, bum, bum,
But
bum,
he
bum,
starts
bum,
chatting up the guards, and he says something super smart. He's like, Texas is such a beautiful state. And, it just kind of broke the ice, and it got them chatting a little bit. I ended up interjecting about, Eugene and the Oregon Ducks. I figure that's what everybody.
Right, football. I was like, y'all, I was like, we come from Oregon, right? Home of the Oregon Ducks.
Yep.
And then he kind of went like, ugh. And I was like, what, you Dallas Cowboy fan?
I was already going.
No.
I was already going. I could be the guy that your sister married that, you like drinking beers with on the weekend kind of thing. Like,
Totally.
I thought I didn't think we would have a problem.
Totally.
So the guy comes back and he says that the dog noticed a smell of marijuana, and we noticed that the bongs smell like weed, and we're like, nope. And then I was just about getting ready to explain how, well, maybe back in Oregon at our shop around us, there's people that are licensed to grow weed legally, and that's oftentimes our stuff smells
right
like those operations. And but he didn't even let me finish. He cut me off, and he was like, your bongs are dirty, but I just wanted to warn you that your stuff smells like weed, but we didn't find anything, but the dog was going crazy, but you guys can go.
Yeah, he's just like, you guys can go. He's like, we're not gonna fuck with you. Like, obviously, like, your bongs smell like weed. We don't know why.
Yeah.
We can't explain that. I mean, you guys probably can come up with all your shitty, weird excuses. Y'all can. We see your Oregon ID. We know your state's legal. So be on your way and quit fucking bothering us. Kind of. It was just like, get in, get the fuck out.
The whole time we were there, there was like literally, there was 10 of them standing around us, and they kept coming up fist bumping.
My God, they kept fist bumping.
Like, we got a whale this time.
Like a sorority, like frat house or whatever, It was like, what the fuck? It's like y'all are fist bumping every like 2
Before
seconds.
I got out of there, I got a fist bump from the one guy. They were, and in the end, even though we were profiled and we were unlawfully searched, in my opinion.
No, we were.
Unconstitutionally.
Against our Fourth Amendment right.
What I believe that at least half of those people probably smoke weed. Gavin and I both agree that 90% of them respect the fact that we are artisans that make and work and sell their own craft, and they knew
they respect a man's work, and you can't knock a man's work until you do it yourself, because you never know how hard a job is till you've worked it.
So in the end, it sucked. We were actually ready for it. Thank goodness for our preparation.
And now we know to take even more preparations next time, so we don't even get to that stage.
It was super silly that we thought we could get away with fucking acting like a fool, which was fun. Well,
in America, where typically you don't have to get stopped for just traveling through your states and shit, having a good time isn't a crime, right? Or suspicious, right? If having a good time was a crime or suspicious, a lot of us would be in jail for sure. So it's just that closed-minded mindset we got to keep people open to. And I think it's important that we constantly make sure we spread the word that weed has never killed a person. So,
that's true. If weed were legal, that situation wouldn't happen, and so many other awful situations that cause tremendous anxiety.
Right.
And
there's a lot of people incarcerated
sadness.
Every year over small weed crimes and shit in states where that shouldn't happen.
And so that shouldn't happen.
Totally. Yep. We didn't commit any crimes other than having a good time. And if committing a crime of having a good time was a crime, I mean, fucking throw us in federal prison, goddammit, because we were having a great ass time just vibing to the music and
that was fun.
Living our best lives, unimpeded.
Blazing the American dream, Gavin.
Hell yeah. Don't impede us while we're blazing the American dream. We're burning that shit up.
Yep.
Straight to dust, make it our new one.
Were there any other details from that experience, Gavin, that you remembered you wanted to share?
Well, when we first rolled up, I could definitely tell you with confidence that my butthole was closed
just
tighter than
exactly the type of detail that
it was
expecting.
When you get into a situation like that, I mean, you can't help but your butthole just puckers up and you're like, fucking we're going to jail. We're going to jail. But honestly, Lady
never-
Luck was on our
I never
side.
pictured jail in
And
that situation.
it wasn't even just Lady Luck. It was the fact that we know what we're doing isn't wrong, and that certain states and places can be more hard and be hard asses on that shit. But ultimately, it comes with just having an open mind. If you can't open your mind to new things, you know, you can't ever progress further. You know, you're stuck in one spot. So if you can, you know, keep experiencing new things and trying your best in whatever you do, whatever you put your time and energy into, it can and will pay off, and it will become more than beneficial to you. You know, you'll find even deeper meaning, and it will become so apparent that other people will catch on and see that. So sometimes you got to blaze a new American dream. You got to blaze the American dream so hard that it leaves a trail of ash that people follow, and it grows new life out of, because a lot of life can't happen without carbon. So, you know, it's a big message, you know, we're always trying to get across to people with our brand and, you know, how we portray ourselves in public. You know, we're being that stoner society that nobody likes to talk about. You know, that successful stoner society that nobody talks about. Super important.
We're out there. We're out there.
Yeah, we're out there. And you know, we got to get everybody on board as much as possible.
Well, Gavin, thanks for the good times, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks for sharing.
And you know what? Texas is a beautiful place. Even though we had a little bit of a bump in the road on our way in, it is a beautiful place. Remember the Alamo.